Good morning, cold start and walk around video for 1976 Porsche 912e sunroof coupe. My apologies for the storage unit. Gives you an idea of why I'm selling the car in the first place after putting so much work into it. I just don't have any space left. If I could afford to keep them all, and if I had the space to keep them all, I would. So anyway, this car was taken out on its driving video just yesterday. So starting shouldn't be an issue. Neutral. There we go. If she's driven regularly, she starts on the key every single time. But you know, the car is 48 years old, so if it sits for a week or two, or if it's really, really cold being an air-cooled car, you know, it might do a start and stall, or it might need a little bit of throttle. But if she's driven regularly, just on the key every time. Let's get her pulled out into the sun. Get her pulled out into the sun here and do a little bit of a walk around. That's her big sister over there. Difficult to do this with a camera. Just wanted to note the time from yesterday. Clock keeps absolutely perfect time, which is a lot of fun actually. Yeah, let's do a little bit of a walk around. We can start off in here. So let her warm up a little bit. So there's your parking brake light. As I said, the buzzer is disconnected for the seat belts because it's annoying, but parking brake light working just fine. Here's your radio. I don't actually use this because why would you on a 912? Just listen to the
I want you to know right now, Caleb isn't funded yet.
Because why would you not just listen to the engine? So here's the inside. Just absolutely beautiful. I love these. I wish we still had this design for marker lights. It's just great. Original headliner, just beautiful. And there's our back seats, parcel shelf straps. I'll show you guys that in a bit when I lower them down. This is, I believe, the original upholstery. It's just absolutely perfect. I just did a steam clean on it. Cocoa mats I added because they're fantastic. Little Euro horn. There's our gauges. Our temp. That rises to about 975 once she gets some heat in her, and then it just stays right there. Our current mileage. There's our fan. You can hear it click on. Sliders, our lights, hazards, heated rear window, you can see that light up, you can see the defrost on and off, you can hear that engage as well. And sunroof. Whew, beautiful day. The sunroof sometimes is quick, sometimes is slow. Not quite sure why. Everything's cleaned and lubricated, so I'm including a spare motor with the purchase. It's a good tested working motor. It is used, but it's an original and it's in perfect shape. I just wanted to include that for the owner just in case. Like I said, it works. Sometimes it's perfect and sometimes it's a little bit slower, so not quite sure what the deal is, but one of those new motors from Porsche is about 900 bucks. So you'll get another motor with the purchase of the car, just in case something goes wrong with it. But as of now, it's just working just fine. Windows, like I said, the glass on the rest of the car is absolutely perfect. The windshield, as you can see, has some rock chipping because this was used in ski country, and I didn't want to replace the windshield because it's original, and it also had these fantastic stickers. That's the Utah inspection sticker from 1980. That's a UCLA alumni sticker from 1982, 1983 year, and just couldn't bear to replace those. So, all right, let's do a little bit of a walk around. Can't argue with that door closure. There she is in the sun. Just beautiful. The paint was done by a guy named Gil Cole up in Netherlands. He's been doing vintage cars for about 40 years. He's had his work on the Pebble Beach lawn a couple times during those decades and just does really nice work. No body work was required. It was just an external respray in the original Guards Red. I wanted to retain as much of the original paint as possible, so all the perfect paint that was, you know, in the engine bay and under the deck lid and everything was retained, but the exterior paint had faded badly and had started to separate from the galvanized body, so we took it down to bare metal and did it properly. All the rubber is brand new from Porsche. The decos and the bumpers are all originals that were just cleaned and repolished because they're in just such nice shape. One thing to note, this one has this on it, just wanted to let you know. The other one is pretty perfect. This one just has a little bit of a scar. Again, didn't want to get rid of the original stuff because of a little tiny niggle. But as you can see, I mean, the paint is just mirror fresh. Everything is really, really lovely on this car. These are the original optional Fuchs on it. I did not refinish these. I like the patina, and I thought that the new owner could decide whether or not they wanted to refinish them. So I cleaned them. Porsche factory recommendation is to clean the anodized with petroleum jelly, believe it or not. So I did that to protect it, and then I put on new factory black anodized lug nuts because the originals were a little bit faded, and you know, it's just a nice good safety thing to replace. As you can see, just everything under here is just really, really clean, really nice. There's your part numbers for your heat exchangers. The heat exchanger tubes are new from Porsche. I replaced those. They had split due to age. And I just wanted to make sure everything on this car was working properly. Here's your California smog sticker. There's our interior. This snap off and give you an idea. So carpet on the back is just as nice as it is on the front. I typically drive this car with the parcel shelf down like this. I just wanted to have it up so you could see how nice the rear seats were, and also that the leather straps and their respective snaps were still in perfect condition as well. Oops, I'm bothering somebody. Hard to do in a storage unit like this. Morning, thank you. So on this side, let's see, door jambs. Sill plates. That's what she looks like in the sunlight. Original rubber door bumper stops. It's a part that's often missing on these cars, and it's really nice because for these aluminum window trim frames, it provides an anti-rattle, so that's nice. Oh, did want to show you this. So when these windows were going in, the guy's hook slipped and put this little scratch in it here. I have the original paint system. It comes with the car, so what we're hoping is that that could be corrected, but I did want to point that out. It's about 1.5 inches long. Really a bummer after a very expensive paint job to have that happen, but just wanted to let you be aware of it. Again, great door closure on this car. Done and done. Going around to the front. Again, the original bumpers and decos. The original the original headlight trim rings. This is the one that has this. You can barely see it. It's just a little tiny dent. Again, didn't want to replace an original part just because of a little minor imperfection like that, but just to let you know it's there. Everything else is pretty factory fresh looking. There's those original stickers, which are a lot of fun. The wiper arms are brand new from Bosch. The originals come with the car. They were just really badly faded. And once I painted the car, it just looked so nice that the faded wiper arms just didn't look quite right. So I bought the new ones and put them on. The originals come with the car if you wanted them. There's your gold sunroof, or Golda. Hard to see with the sun, but filler cap. It's got a new gasket on it so that it passes smog. I'll also include a new plastic strand cap. Sometimes, depending on your state, they pressure test the gas caps, and they don't like the originals even with the new gasket, so you put the plastic one on for your inspection, blah blah blah. This goes right up. All of the struts are new, CAD plated, a little hard to see. So this is all the original paint that I wanted to keep. So as you can see, it's in just beautiful shape. The car comes with a lot of original bits, including the factory workshop manual. These are repops. I'll include them if the new owner wants. I grew up in the South Bay and went to Vassic all the time as a kid, mooning over all the race cars. So I bought a set of these for this and for the 911 that's in the storage unit. That'll be my next project, but if the new owner wants them, they're available. The service manual for the E. These manuals alone are really expensive. The Porsche birth certificate. And then here's our tool roll. Most of the tools are there, the original tags, extra set of fuses that I got from SMC, although the original fuses that are in the car are perfect and have never had an issue, but you know, always nice to have an extra set. It has the sunroof tool in case the sunroof doesn't open or close. You can use that to close it manually from inside the car. Oops. I'm gonna need 2 hands to move that carpet. Anyway. Original unused spare tire, a lot of fun. Here's your date code, March of '76, 5.5, 15, Octone. Wouldn't recommend driving on this, but there you go, BF Goodrich, made in Germany. There's your green dot Bilstein jack. Battery on this car is also new. So as it stated in the description, This car, like most G series, has a dent on the underside of the fuel tank. It doesn't affect, see if I can get it on camera. It doesn't affect functionality or anything, but it's there. It always happens. Those are the drains for the trunk. There it is. Yeah. It's so low to the ground, if you hit anything, it doesn't have a skid plate. It is your fuel tank. It hasn't cracked the undercoating or anything, so it's not an issue. It just has a dent. I wanted you to be aware. And the replacement fuel tanks don't come in this original finish. They come in black, and they just don't quite look as right. Or if you try to repaint them, they're not quite as proper, in my opinion. So I decided to leave that original tank in there because it works perfectly. Moving on, just a quick little indicator of how nice and original this car was, or is rather, when I found it. I mean, just even down to the yellow cat on the top of the shock mounts, which you just don't see very much. And then on the heater system, I mean, all of the stickers on it all say, you know, made in West Germany, Bayer, 1975. It's just a really good indication that this was always a really well-loved car. I'll button that up a little bit later. There she is. Go around to the back. Porsche ping. And there's the beating heart. 2-liter flat 4 Bosch Electronic fuel injection system. Really rare to see it with all of its components in the original wire heating looms to keep them from shorting out on the block. All of the smog equipment. This pulley is a new old stock one with its proper paint date code on it. The original one that was on the car, the rubber connector had cracked. It's included in the sale just to have an extra because they don't reproduce those. So I just wanted you to have one in case there's a way to revulcanize that rubber and you can have a spare. Again, all proper, even down to, you know, the yellow zinc clamps and everything else. Quick go over of what I have done to the car mechanically. A lot of this was mentioned in the listing, but I just wanted to be specific in case there's any questions. For the fuel system, new fuel pump, all new soft fuel lines, proper braided German cloth covered fuel lines, all the way back, all new proper braided vacuum lines, new air intake boots. These air lines are unobtainium and they're still supple, so I left those, but those are the only original soft lines on it. Everything else has been redone. New fuel injectors, remanufactured fuel air sensor. This boot, this air boot, these typically crack on these cars. This is a brand new one. Fortunately, Auto Atlanta started remaking them again. For a long time, you couldn't get these and people had air leaks. This is a brand new one, so no issues there. And I transferred over all of the original yellow fittings and clamps, so it's all proper. New plenum gasket on that. New cold start valve, new cylinder head temperature sensor. So the fuel injection system works really, really well. Rebuilt the distributor to factory spec. Sailed through smog, no problem in Colorado, and then I enriched the mixture a little bit. It runs a little smoother that way, so you might have to lean it out in your state depending, but it is perfectly capable of passing smog. Let's see, new sound deadening and heat pad in the back, all new filters, air, fuel and smog pump and oil as well. The fluids in this are all Schweppco products. That's really the best stuff to use on Porsches, and I abide by it. For the brake system, I use Porsche Classic .4 brakes, all new lines, new pads, completely remanufactured, proper CAD plated calipers, new brake pressure warning switch, so that all works properly. There really isn't anything that doesn't work on this car. When I get a car, I like it to be fully functional, so that the new owner can genuinely just turn the key and go. Let's see, valve clearance is done, new valve cover gaskets, let's see, so many other things. There's just a lot of little things that were just deferred maintenance on a car that had been in storage for a while. Pretty much anything that could corrode, anything that was rubber, was replaced, and it was replaced with a proper German part. Yeah, it's just really clean, and it's a really good running little car. There we go. And again, the strut for the boot lid and the deck lid are new, so they stay up and rebound properly. Well, anyway, this is the walk around, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if there's anything specifically that you would like to see or like to me to take note of, I'm happy to do so. Again, this car will be at the the Colorado Boulder Fuel Fed Cars and Coffee Sunday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And if anyone is in the area and would like to either have it inspected or come see it for themselves or take a drive, I am more than happy to oblige. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, and happy bidding.